Hello and welcome to Cutter Farms. We are back with more Farming Simulator 25, and today we're going to kick off our obligatory base map Let's Play series that we do every new version here. You got to check out the base map, suffer through with some of the base game equipment. There's been a couple of mods installed. In fact, before we start that off, let's just hop into the mod hub here, and we've got a couple of new mods that we've installed. There's not a lot out yet, but day one mods are here, so we've got lots of promise here for new things. I thought this might be a new map, which would have been amazing, but it's actually a utility for exporting data from like a multiplayer session or something, so that you can keep track of where all your players and stuff are, which is actually kind of cool. But yeah, nothing crazy cool, but we do have a couple of things that I did point out as missing in the live stream, like the John Deere 1770 NT there. However, I want to jump right into the game and get playing, so let's do that. We are going to play Riverbend Springs. I really thought about jumping over here and doing Zalonka because I feel like it is a better big equipment map, but we don't really have that much good big equipment yet. We've got a few things, but I thought, let's just do the New Farmer Riverbend. We're going to start New Farmer with 100K. We're going to leave it on economic difficulty easy because I do want to progress. So we'll get the starter farm, and we're going to skip the intro. And of course, we've got to go with our standard outfit that I've been using in the previous games. You know, I looked around, I didn't see a whole lot of new outfits or anything in here. So we're not going to mess with it. We're going to just go with what we're used to. It's a nice outfit. It works great. I might try to do more third person here. I have not gotten used to it yet, which is funny. I thought this was going to be something that I was going to really enjoy, and in practice, I found it a little disorienting, which is weird to say. But we're going to go for it. I'm going to start us off here on our harvesting and such. We do have everything set up with one-day seasons right out of the gate. In fact, I've got to go check all of my settings. We do this every series, and I always forget about it. But there's a couple of things that I like to make sure. We're not going to be doing field stones. I do not like how they're implemented. And I'm going to turn off automatic engine start. And then we don't want any of our workers buying anything. We'd like to control our own finances. Everything else, I think we're going to leave set up just the way it comes. And obviously, we want to be in all the US Western settings for things. I think we're good to go. So first things first, we need to get our combine up and running here. We've got crops to harvest, but I don't want to leave this header trailer in the way. So I'm going to pull this right on over here out of the way. We're going to drop it off here, and let's see if we can handle some in-cab driving here to get this all lined up. Sometimes it's easier to get your header aligned when you're coming at it from in the cab. You can see my feeder house is offset from me slightly here. I wasn't expecting that. There we go. And let's go ahead and head on over to this field. We've got two fields here. I think the one on the left has canola in it, and it looks like the one to the right has some wheat in there. So we're going to need to go ahead and unfold this combine. And my hope here is to leverage some of the new AI workers to get a bunch of jobs going at once, because our starter farm is actually a little bit bigger than I thought during the live streams that we did over the weekend here. And I've got a whole extra field off to the side that we didn't play much with in the live stream that we're going to have to go do some tillage or something on, I think. We'll have to take a look at that here in a minute. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this initial headland pass off, just because I like making the workers struggle a little bit. You know, you can't make life too easy on them. But if I take this headland pass off and then start him facing down this way when I start the worker, I think he'll go around the field this way. I'm not sure. Let's find out. And let's not leave a row of shame alongside the edge of the road over here. There we go. One of the few headers we're going to be able to see both sides of it on. And I'm just going to push F, I'm going to push H and let this guy do his thing right out of the gate here. He should back up and get better aligned. He or she, I suppose. And off they go. All right. That's job one cooking. The goal today is going to be to get as much of the starting jobs out of the way. And then that's going to allow us to start setting this farm up and doing some of the jobs and crops and things that we're interested in. We don't have a whole lot of control over what's already been set up on the farm here starting out. So we're going to hop into our Challenger here. Looks like we're already hooked up to a field cultivator, and we're going to take this out and start knocking out some tillage. Now, I mentioned we've got a field that is right on the other side of the road here from the farm, and it's a pretty decent sized field, come to look at it. And I think if I just scoot across the road like so, we can maybe not go down that steep hill. We'll come over here where it's a little bit easier to get into this field. I think we might even have what looks like a proper field entrance on the other side of this fence. There we go. And we're going to pull in here, and as you can see, this is actually quite a decent size field compared to our other fields. And I'd like to get this guy going. If I do skip lines, what I don't know is if he's going to come back and hit those lines. But with a little cultivator like this, normally you would skip. I'm not sure. It draws them like it's not going to hit any of the off lines if I do it this way, though. I'm nervous. We'll try it. The worst case scenario is I have to come back in here and do the rest of those myself. So we're going to start this guy off, and he should start doing, I think it said up and down rows before he gets onto the headland passes. So we're going to just let the worker figure this out. Hopefully he's going to figure this out. Looks like he is. And off we go. Now, this is necessary because our drill is not set up to direct drill. So if I want to plant anything in this field, we've got to get some tillage done. And it looks like it needs some lime. We don't have a lime spreader right now. I think that's going to be a next year problem for us. There's a few things. We don't have a lot of money, and so we're going to have to be a little bit choosy as we're getting started here on what equipment we want to buy first. We've only got $100,000, and guess what? Those workers, they're costing us money. So that we've got to try and make a buck here on the farm if we want to be able to upgrade. We should probably grab our second tractor here and get the trailer hooked up so that we can unload that combine. We want to get that going because the combine needs to keep moving. That's our highest priority today, is to get all these crops harvested. However, we're not going to be selling any of them because I think, if I'm not mistaken, we're at the low point of the season as far as selling crops goes. So let's see if I can manage to back this up. Trying to figure out where my tongue is on this tractor. Something about like that. And then off we go. Whoa, whoa. This thing accelerates quite fast. I was not expecting that at all. Let's go out external. I get disoriented internal sometimes with my field of view the way it is. I need my mod so that I can adjust my in-cab and my out-of-cab field of views differently. It's funny, they added a vehicle field of view and then an inside-outside for the character, but not for the vehicles. Hopefully that's something that we'll see at some point in the future. Either way, we're waiting for this combine to get turned into an up-down row, and then I'm going to hopefully empty him on the way down this next side of the field. I think he's getting a little bit confused because we got too close to him here on the headland. So I'm going to wait ever so patiently back here while he makes his turn on the corner. Oh, that's right. The headland with the harvesters now, he's going to work on clearing that whole corner so before he can do his up-down rows. But maybe because of the length of this, that's just the 2 passes? Yeah, looks good. All right. It's quite the elaborate AI patterns now compared to previous versions. I have to say, it's an improvement. And I don't have my cruise control set up, so we're just going to wing this. See if I can manage to keep pace with the good old foot pedal. All right, we've got more canola on that first pass around the field than I was expecting, although this is quite a small little trailer. So I'm going to pull ahead here and get out of the way. And you know what? I think he's going to be able to make some pretty good progress on this field, but since we've still got some headland passes and some corners to clean out and all that good stuff, I don't want to sit here and wait the whole time for him to get done with what he's doing. So what we're going to do is just park this trailer on this little path here, I think, like so. And then I'm going to take it, and we are going to go get the drill hooked up and maybe see if there's any of these winter crops ready that we can plant. I want to take a look at the stats here for what crops we can plant and grow and all that good stuff in just a second. I'm trying to hook this up without causing any problems. Awesome. And I'll show this off on camera. We talked about it in the live stream. I pull up here, right? My hopper's open. I push R to refill, nothing happens. This is a bug that we've had over the weekend here that I noticed. Hopefully Giants fixes this. All you've got to do is disconnect and reconnect it. Push R to fill, works like a charm. I don't know what's going on there, but clearly there's some kind of a problem. And so we're going to squeeze this out through the door. We're a little bit close to the door frame there. There we go. And we are going to be seeding in this field, and I've already got an inclination of what we're going to do. I think it's going to be canola, and we'll jump into the menu here and look at why that is in just a second. But I'm going to start the worker off first, since I've already sort of made up my mind on this. And while he's figuring that out, let's jump in here to the crop calendar. Now, as you can see, one of the reasons that we're going to plant canola here is it's the only crop that's ready to get planted right now. We could wait and do some wheat or barley in September, but I'd rather get a jump on things and get canola in the ground today. And it's one of the crops that we can plant with the drill that we have, because going up to an American-style planter is going to require quite a bit more horsepower. And then likewise, if I look at this map here, we're getting some canola now. You can see the high point is in December here, and that's a pretty profitable crop per 1,000 liters. And if we compare that with wheat, wheat's only going to be worth about 1,200 per 1,000 liters. Now, I don't know what the storage capacity of the bins on our farm are right now. In fact, I don't even know where we would see that in the menus, because we don't have the same menus that we used to have for that. So I don't know where the bin site is going to show up in here just yet. We haven't put any crops in there to find out. So we'll figure that out when the time comes. You know, maybe it's right here on this one. Yeah, it shows our storage listed right on the crop list here, so I'll be able to see how much we have once we get it there, but I have no way to know how big those silos are off the top of my head right now. Maybe if I walked up next to them, I'd see. Either way, canola seems to be the answer for our starting crops here, and we'll get those going. Should be pretty straightforward, and as you can see, this little tractor and drill have already gotten the first round on this field done. It's not going to take very long to finish this off, so we'll let him keep working on it. And eventually, I would like to plow all 3 of these little fields together, I think. However, for starting off right now, I think it's fine that they're left separated, mostly because I don't think we can even afford to buy a plow. I guess we could get like one of these little tiny plows to start out with, just to plow our fields together. Unfortunately, what I'd like to do is grab maybe this subsoiler mod that we found on the mod hub. It's small, but it's straight and easy to work with. And then I recalled that technically it doesn't count as a plow, even though it does do the ground updates like a plow. I can't create fields with things. There's a mod for that I've used in 22. I think it's cultivator create field or something like that. So I can't actually create fields with any of these other pieces of tillage equipment right now. So we're going to have to work on that a bit at some point. I don't know. Maybe somebody will convert that mod. The mod owner will convert it, or maybe I'll just do it for my own purposes. We'll have to find out. However, what we do need next is a water trailer for our animals. So I'm going to go ahead and buy one of these because we are going to be running the cows on the farm, and we'll get the bigger of the two, I'll say American style trailers. And in order to pull that, I think we're going to get the old international truck. We're going to need to be able to get around on the map a bit. And I don't know why, but I just like how this thing looks. We'll pay the extra $500 to get a cheesy toolbox here in the back as well. Can't forget the trailer hitch. It's the whole reason we're buying this trailer. And let's see if it'll hook up to this water trailer that we just bought, or if I'm going to be really disappointed. Here we are. I don't know of any reason why this wouldn't work. Unfortunately, my backing up skills did not improve with the new game, so you'll have to bear with me as we figure this out. But there we go. We've got a nice water trailer. Pulling this thing full with this pickup it might be a little scary. We'll see how it goes. Whoa. My field of view is somewhat limited at present for first person, especially in vehicles like this. So I think we're going to avoid that just because it's going to end poorly for us. There's not a lot I can do in game to adjust those settings, so we're gonna leave it for the time being. And if I'm not mistaken, our farm is down this road. Let's find out. I'm pretty sure we've got the ability to get water right on the farm, so I'm not looking for somewhere to get any water. I think I can turn left and come in the back side of the farm here. That driveway to the right is part of the farm, but this driveway right here is the part of the farm I'm looking for. And I think that windmill provides us with water. So I'm gonna zip on over here real quick, and I'm hoping I was hoping I could get by here, but there's a tree right in the way that I think we're gonna have to cut down at some point. That's all right. I can squeeze in here. And can I refill the water? I can. Look at that. Oh my gosh, it cost me money. Of course it does, Farm Sim. Why wouldn't you? I have no idea how much water the pasture is going to take. So I think what we're going to do is just fill this trailer up once as a investment, and then we'll see how it goes. It's a quite hefty investment, I might add. And there we go. Almost $2,000 of water. That's astronomical. All right, we are going to just bring it right on over here, though, and toss it in. We've only got 3 cows at the moment. I think we'll probably try to get more. Let me see. I'm not seeing an option for unloading the water here. Do I have to actually... Did I just miss it? No. I'm going to try the other side. I'm thinking I have to hook this thing up to an actual tractor for whatever reason. I'm guessing that the truck isn't got whatever hydraulic or something that it thinks that a trailer like this would need, which is unfortunate for us. Nope. Backing up a trailer. Oh, there we go. Helps if you push the right button too. Wow. So that took all but 50 liters of the water trailer, which is actually quite good. So I think what we'll do is haul this trailer back over by the water tower here, and we'll just leave it over there. I liked pulling through from the other side. I think we're going to do that again. That worked out nicely for us. I've got to be careful. I do have crop destruction turned on, so no driving over our crops. And it looks like the skip rows on the other field are actually skipped. And you know what? I don't need this truck for anything else right now, so I'm just going to leave it back here with the water trailer. Oh my gosh, I can't back up today. Now, surprisingly, I've avoided crashing into anything yet, but just barely. And it looks like we're done harvesting this other field, so I'm going to grab the combine, and hopefully I can get all of the canola into this little trailer so I can switch over and do my wheat. Now, I would not expect the pickup to be able to handle dumping grain out of this green trailer, because that does require some hydraulics, but I think I could probably hook up to it just to move it around the farm. We might have to try that at some point here. Let's see, pull forward just a little bit more here, and hopefully this will all fit in there. We're gonna find out. Looks like we're having some luck. Good deal. Can I even see that out of the side? Oh, I could see it dropping. I can't see the pipe from inside the cab though. So we'll just put that back in and zip on over here and get the worker started on the next field. Oh no. Alright, I'm just gonna push in here, and then we're going to hire a worker. Should be good to go. I'm just checking in on our tillage over here. He definitely skipped rows, which I think helped speed things up for turning into the next row without a bunch of backing up like we're seeing him do here. But I am going to have to probably come over here myself and do the up-down rows. It looks like that's unfortunate. I was kind of hoping that he'd skip over and do them all after he got done with them. I don't know what the point of having a skip row option in your worker settings are if the worker doesn't come back and do the opposite skip row. I don't know, folks. And of course we are on almost about to start the final round here on the field, working on the headland passes for the canola going into this field. And of course we'll need to do some tillage over in this field we just finished harvesting before we can start the drill off over there. I hop on out and walk over here. This needs lime, and of course there's weeds growing already. That's fine. We'll deal with all of that here soon enough. I'm trying to figure out what the next job is that we need to get going. Probably buy some more cows. I don't think 3 cows is going to be enough for us. I think we're going to want a few more. I believe that these are only beef cows. Yeah, beef, because dairy would be something else. What do I have in here right now? I've got these, not the water buffalo. I've got Angus in there now. And we've got them there 50 months. I wonder how I'm going to be able to tell that they're ready to be sold. My productivity is currently 0. We're feeding them on grass, although it says grass is 40%. I think it's the pasture mechanics that we're actually leveraging right now. So maybe what we'll do is go ahead and grab a handful of young calves here. And this pasture is capable of holding 25. These are relatively cheap, but again, I don't want to get too far ahead of myself. Maybe we'll start with 20 of them for $7,000. And of course, I'm going to take the transport fee. I don't have a livestock trailer. What would a livestock trailer cost me? Maybe it's going to be worth it to invest in one of those for the early part of the game. Although, if we're doing 20 cows, I don't know how many I can get into a trailer like this. 6 at a time? Oof. I don't know, folks. That's a lot of trips. In fact, this would be 12 at a time. That's a lot of trips. I think we're going to pay for the transportation fee. So we'll get the cheap ones here. And we will get, I think I said I was going to do 20 of these for $7,000. And we'll see how it goes. There we go. I don't think the babies are going to eat a lot, hopefully, since we're only in meadow right now. We've got water. And we'll find out how this all goes over the next month here as time progresses. I'm not entirely sure. I've got to get their health up before I can sell these. In the meantime, let's go ahead and get this guy moving. I don't know why he's stopped here. I'm guessing that he's upset about this trailer to the left of him. So I'm probably going to just take over here and see if I can handle doing this. Oh, where are you going? I just wanted to switch you to steering assist mode. Back up a little ways first. Oops. We're making a mess. Let me just loop around. That might be easier. My steering is still slightly, I don't know, sensitive? I haven't gotten used to it in FS25 here. It feels very sloppy at the moment, for lack of a better way to put it. We'll drop that down and realize too late that we forgot to turn it on. Okay, now we're planting. Our combine is still working on headland passes over there, which is fine. He should get done before we get done with any of this, that's for sure. And we've already spent half of our starting money, so that's something that we're going to have to keep our eye out as we progress here, is that money is really easy to burn through here. So I'm a little bit nervous about not having enough money for all the things I've got in mind. That's all right. We might have to take out some loans or something if we get desperate. And here we go. Drop that drill down outside of the field. We've got to make sure we run over a few rocks, you know. We wouldn't want to give the maintenance guy a day off. We got to break something every day, right? We can't afford a maintenance guy. I better not break anything. It's going to be all me fixing on this thing if it goes kaput. All right, there we go. We missed that little tiny bit there that'll drive me nuts at a later point in the series. That's all right. It's always good seeing multiple pieces of equipment moving around on the map, though. And it looks like our cultivator is on the final pass around the field there. And I'll have to switch over there and finish off those skip rows. That's all right. That'll be a fun job for us to jump in and tackle. Haven't gotten a chance to really play with the tillage equipment yet, and that's a pretty cool looking small John Deere cultivator, so I don't mind giving that a shot. And let's get all lined up on this pass. Here we go. I do enjoy watching the animations for the driver shifting gears and stuff when we're working in the field and picking things up and lowering them and moving around. I think they've done a good job with that here. So we're done with putting in canola in that field, at least for the time being. So what we're going to do is run this drill back over here and drop it in the shed so that I can use this tractor to, what are we going to use it for? Moving the grain trailer over and putting it in the bins. Let me bring this camera view in a little bit here so that we can see what we're doing. That's probably good. I feel like they've done a lot better job with the way dirt looks on the vehicles and the tires and stuff as well. Lots of small improvements in the game. So let's take this canola over to the bin site and get that dropped in. 6,000 liters of canola. That should be worth about $12,000, I think, at the end of the year. I'm not sure. I forget what the number was when we looked at that a little bit ago. We just take another quick peek. Canola, it's alphabetical. There we go. Yeah, a little over $2,000 at its peak. So probably a little bit more than $12,000 come end of the year, which would be nice. I'm going to take this back over here and we're going to grab the wheat out of the combine on his way back down here, and then I think it's going to be time to switch over and do a little bit of tillage cleanup. And we're getting here just in time. He's 80% full, turned his flashers on for us and everything. That's quite an interesting way to turn around there, sir. You did miss the crops, though. I'll give you credit. Alright, let's go ahead and sneak up alongside him. And once again, I don't have my cruise control ironed out because the cruise control is stuck in kilometers an hour at the moment, which makes it kind of a pain to calculate where you're at and match up with your vehicle speed. So we're just kind of winging things for the time being. Luckily, it's not a big deal for such a small combine. We don't have to do it for very long to get him emptied out here. And we're gonna let him go there. I don't think I quite got it emptied all the way out, but I've got a good amount in the wagon here, and I want to let that combine keep moving. We're gonna go ahead and run this back up to the bins, and then I think, you know, we are quite a ways into the episode. We got a lot of stuff done today, starting off the farm, and I'm gonna call it here. And next episode, we'll wrap up that tillage and hopefully start moving the clock forward. I think we'll have most of the work done here for our first starting day on Riverbend Springs. Is it Riverbend or just Riverbend Springs? What is the name of this map? Nobody even knows. However, I'm excited. We're finally into FS25, and quite honestly, I'm just excited to try and move past this starting equipment and start expanding the farm. So we're going to be just kind of blitzing through the first few episodes here until we get to some more, I'll say, interesting areas on this playthrough. Buy some farms, play with some different functionality, you know, all that good stuff. Hopefully, y'all will enjoy this Let's Play series on the base game stuff, and here's hoping a bunch more mods are coming out soon. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, helps me out a lot, and that's all for today. Kedrick, out.